Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose bringing you another Mortal Kombat 11 video, and today what I got for you guys here is my official breakdown of the Mortal Kombat 11 story mode trailer. The trailer released earlier this morning, and I did do a reaction to it, so if you haven't checked that out, it is up on the channel right now, and you can absolutely do so, but right now, we are going to be breaking it down. Before we do so though, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if you could leave a like rating on the video as it shows your support, and I would really appreciate it, so if you could leave a like, that would be awesome. And I also wanted to let you guys know that there are going to be certain things that I might point out during this story mode trailer that I know the context of, and this is simply because I was able to play through chapter 1 of the story mode, or a portion of chapter 1 for the story mode for MK11, and therefore some of the things that I see in the story mode trailer, I actually know what the context of it is and will be explaining that. So if you don't want to know some of those very minor spoilers, do bear that in mind with my breakdown. So the trailer opens up with Chronica's introduction, and she's basically explaining who she is, and she's actually showing up, it seems, in the Netherrealm. Now, chapter 1, from what I got to play, actually takes place with you playing as Cassie Cage, infiltrating the Netherrealm and trying to take down Liu Kang and their army before they have the opportunity to start an all-out war on Earthrealm. Now, I didn't see this shot of Chronica that's shown in the beginning of the trailer. However, I do assume that it takes place very shortly after the time that we had with the Chapter 1 demo we got to play, because towards the end of that demo, you set off some explosives, and it seems that when Chronica is being introduced, she is rebuilding a part of the castle that Liu Kang was staying in the Netherrealm. So the explosives is probably what took that down. She didn't really like that. Chronica steps in, rebuilds that castle, and starts to introduce herself to the Mortal Kombat 11 story. We get some following shots of Cassie Cage looking over this army of revenant soldiers that are working for Liu Kang and Kitana. Speaking of them, they're talking to Chronica. Some shots back to back with the prologue that we had already seen for MK11, with Chronica talking to Kitana and Liu Kang, explaining who she is and what she's about. And then after that, we get some crazy reveals and some really cool shots of some characters that I'm sure people are very excited about. Erron Black gets revealed officially. He is going to be joining the roster of Mortal Kombat 11, and a ton of characters start showing up out of the sand in this giant coliseum. You know, we see a younger Kano, we see Baraka, Shao Kahn shows up there, Kung Lao and Liu Kang as well, Jade, a ton of characters looking like they're showing up ready to fight in this coliseum. We might be getting some classic Mortal Kombat action there. And then we also see Raiden, but not Dark Raiden. He's got the blue lightning and everything. I don't know if this is because it's the younger version of him, you know, the past version of him, or if this is him, you know, turning to the light and not being Dark Raiden anymore. I guess we'll have to wait and see what the story is going to be like, but that is very interesting. And then following that, we see a shot of Chronica talking to Shao Kahn, asking for his help, and Shao Kahn has got quite a team behind him now. He's got D'Vorah, who looks very different from what we've seen of her reveal since we've seen her officially revealed. And he's also got Baraka, Scarlet, and Erron Black on his side. I believe Kano as well that we see in a shot following that. And then we got this brand new character standing right next to Shao Kahn. I have no idea who this is, but definitely looks to be a brand new character being introduced in Mortal Kombat 11 to be joining the roster, one of the newly created characters specifically for this game. And he looks to be Shao Kahn's right-hand man, considering he's standing right next to him. Another thing I wanted to point out about just this encounter in general that Chronica is having with Shao Kahn is that she has two henchmen behind her. We've always known, at least since the reveal, that Garrus is someone working for Chronica, and he is going to be a playable character, and he is working alongside Chronica, helping her in her mission. But we didn't hear about whoever this hooded figure is, whoever this person is standing right behind Chronica. It looks to be a female character, and some people online are starting to point out that she seems to be wearing what almost looks like a Sub-Zero mask. Could this be Frost? I don't know. I guess that's something worth speculating. People have been definitely pointing this out in the MK community, so it's worth mentioning here in this breakdown. There is someone standing behind Chronica there, and I don't think that's just some random lackey. I feel like that is going to have some significant importance, so we'll get there when we do. We then get some cool action shots, and then Kotal Kahn is officially revealed. He is going to be making his way to the roster in MK11 as well, and we see him in that Coliseum that we had seen previously where those characters were walking out of the sand. So I wonder how this is all going to play out. Is he going to show up and just lay everyone out, or are the villains going to make a run for it after he shows up? I'm not entirely sure, but Kotal Kahn definitely shows up in that same Coliseum that we had seen earlier, and then we see that Raiden is asking for his help and is looking to team up with Kotal Kahn as they face a bigger threat in Shao Kahn and, of course, Chronica. From there, we get some really cool shots. We get a moment of Revenant Jade and Revenant Cabal heading towards Shinnok's head. This was something that I did get to play during the story mode, the chapter 1 that I was able to try out. A special thanks to WB Games for flying me out to Chicago for I was able to get that chance to play it. But yeah, so that's what they're doing there during that moment. We see some more shots of stuff that I was able to check out during chapter 1 as well, of Jade facing off against Jackie. You inevitably face off against all those people as Cassie Cage in chapter 1 of the story. Then we see the funniest moment of the trailer, which is young Johnny Cage interacting with present-day Johnny Cage, and present-day Johnny Cage getting annoyed with himself, which I found to be brilliant writing. I'm so excited to see the way this is all going to play out further in the story. I want to see more between this interaction because I thought it was hilarious. More crazy shots from there, a lot of action taking place. Kotal Kahn's got his big sword back in MK11, and Jade seems to be working alongside him. Then we see that past version of Scorpion attacking Kung Lao and Liu Kang. More shots of Johnny and Johnny facing off against Aaron Black. Then we see a quick shot of Kano with a minigun firing at Cassie Cage, and she takes cover behind this truck. And if we pause and freeze frame real quick, we can see what looks to be obviously younger Johnny Cage there in the bottom, and Sonya Blade as well. But this is definitely the younger version of Sonya Blade. From what I saw in chapter 1 of the story, they actually did a really good job of differentiating the younger Sonya with the present day Sonya Blade. So right now, Cassie is interacting with Sonya Blade from the past as well as Johnny, and Johnny seems to have taken a bit of a beating there. Following that, we see Shao Kahn and his clan, and then Raiden pleading to the Elder Gods to fix what the hell is going on right now in this game, and a lot of cool moments from there. Very easy to follow, nothing that needs to be broken down. And then we get this moment in the trailer where these people are walking through these gardens, and it looks, first of all, incredible. There are some really great looking moments in this game from this trailer, and it really looks beautiful. But first of all, we see Raiden walking with Cassie Cage, and then it's kind of spliced together to look like that's the following shot. But the next one is actually of Kung Lao and Liu Kang, and then it follows with somebody peeping around a corner, spying on, if this is spliced together correctly, Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Some people on the Mortal Kombat Reddit, for some reason, think that this is Jax. It's definitely not Jax. I don't know where people got the idea that that person is Jax. No, not at all. Some people are also speculating that it could be Shang Tsung, and that might be the case. But if we're matching up kind of the way that the partial face looks here with a shot that we see later on in the trailer of Hanzo Hasashi, Scorpion of present day, fighting Scorpion of the past, it looks like that's who it is. Hanzo Hasashi, Scorpion of the present day, as you see in this second shot, looks very similar to the person who's peeping around the corner there in that initial shot from the trailer earlier on. So I don't know where people got the idea that this was Jax. Definitely not Jax. I still am very confident in saying that this is Hanzo Hasashi from present day, but it could also be Shang Tsung. We never know. There's a reason that they're kind of keeping this as hidden as it is, and maybe that is because it is Shang Tsung. We'll have to wait and see. But from that moment on, there's just a lot of cool action in the trailer, and my favorite moment in the trailer is actually when Scorpion is taking on Scorpion. It's so well lit. It looks beautiful. And honestly, I don't know if this is weird to say, but this trailer has some great cinematography. The story mode in MK11 has some great cinematography, and a lot of the following moments in the trailer are things that take place within chapter 1 of the story. So they're really trying to avoid some spoilers here, which I really liked. I thought that that was great, that they were just showing a very minimal amount here with this story mode trailer. And then the last thing that I wanted to break down here was a moment that we see that castle being destroyed. if we're kind of fitting this chronologically with the beginning of the trailer, that is where they set off the explosives in chapter 1 of the story mode, and that castle gets destroyed. Then Chronica shows up, rebuilds it, and introduces herself. That's what I'm assuming is the order in which those events take place. And then it ends with a look at Jackie's fatality, which is insane. Then we get Aaron Black and Cassie Cage's fatal blows, which look brutal as well. Loving everything we're seeing from MK11 here, especially in this story trailer. They showed us quite a bit, and I loved every single second of it. And that's going to bring the breakdown here that I have to an end. I hope that it was informative, and I hope that I pointed out some things that you may have missed, but obviously I can't see everything. There may be some things that I missed in my breakdown that maybe you caught, so let me know in the comment section below. And overall, once again, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you could leave a like rating on it, it shows your support, and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter and like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.